Sitting us off tonight, wrapping up the regular season. Ferndale was looking for their 6th straight win tonight before heading into the playoffs, but a McKinleyville team looking to play spoiler was standing in their way. Let's take you over to the Redwood Bowl. I'm not sure we could have asked for a better evening to host the Crabs' first game of the season. They welcome in the Corvallis Knights tonight to open up the first game of a 3-game set over the weekend. Cass is very excited about taking his career to the next level, but he's even more proud of the way he's been able to grow the sport's popularity locally throughout Humboldt. While the 49ers may be the talk of the Bay Area as the only undefeated team left in the NFL, the Raiders are also playing some good football in their final season in Oakland. The Crabs, they recruit 25 college players from across the country, some of them still fulfilling their duties with those college teams, but they will arrive a little bit later in the summer. Rivalry renewed. The Arcata Tigers took on the McKinleyville Panthers at HSU's Redwood Bowl tonight, so let's roll the highlights. Humboldt native Cass Bell landed his first pro fight with Bellator in May of 2018. Fast forward 14 months, and Bell is preparing for his 4th fight in September and is still yet to lose one. When you ask him if that's the way he envisioned the first part of his pro career unfolding, he says, absolutely.
I was hoping that I would be, undefeated still, and I'd still be fighting, especially for Bellator.
Bell is no longer Humboldt's only MMA fighter, taking his career to the next level. Thanks in part to Bell's success, one young fighter from Eureka is also making the jump. 21-year-old Tyson Sibavong Miller will make his professional MMA debut at the same event where Bell will fight for the 4th time at Bellator 226.
I cried a little bit. I was super happy. Been working really hard for it. Every time I really try to just capsulize it in my brain, it doesn't work. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like a kid that got lucky, you know what I mean?
Miller's path to Bellator 226 began in high school when he was more of a football player. Some advice to help him improve his game led him to fighting and cross paths with Bell.
First time I met Tyson, we were training over at 21 Grams Gym, which is now here. He was in high school. I was out of high school. And he was just this solid block kid who was, training with us, and he always, wanted to work hard, always showing up on time, always, always there, ready to work.
My best friend's older brother told me that wrestling would make me a better football player, so I tried it because I wanted to be a better football player, and then I ended up falling in love with wrestling more than anything I'd ever done.
And that love took off. Bell says Miller became a true student of the sport, studying every aspect of it while refusing to ever back down.
He's not scared of a challenge. I mean, his first amateur fight, he fought a guy who I believe had 4 or 5 fights, his first amateur fight, which is awesome. And that's what we like to do here, too, is, we like to push ourselves.
But Miller says Cass's influence is an undeniable part of what he's been able to achieve.
Definitely played the older brother role. I don't have any older siblings. I'm actually the oldest of a lot. And it's definitely super competitive.
And Miller also knows Bell's influence has spread far beyond only him, since Cass has helped the sport grow in Humboldt locally with both his talent and his expanding prominence.
He's done so much. He's never left, man. That's a big thing. A lot of guys think that they have to leave and go to a big gym somewhere else, whether it's across the country, but Cass has proven to our county here that you don't have to go anywhere.
May 31st, 2019. Arcata Ballpark is more lively than it's been in almost 10 months. Being a late spring day in Humboldt County, it's anyone's guess if the sun will come out. But one thing is certain. Players, coaches, and fans are ready to start another season of Crabs baseball.
It's the community that keeps them going. We've had, I think, 1,800 people here at one time. When you see this area and the picnic area that's packed, there's a lot of people here.
The Crabs started to become a fixture in Humboldt 74 years ago, when a former Eureka High standout ball player wanted to raise the game's profile locally.
In 1945, a man named Lou Bonamini decided that we needed to have competitive baseball here in Humboldt County. And he started the Humboldt Crabs. They were originally sponsored by Palladini Seafood Company, which is the name Humboldt Crabs came from.
Ever since, the Crabs have brought more than just quality baseball to Arcata in June and July. The buzz that surrounds Arcata Ballpark on game day brings people together, even those who aren't a fan of America's pastime.
It's a great thing to do. It's kid-friendly, it's family-friendly. We have the band, which few other clubs do. They bundle up, they come to the park, Half of them watch baseball, half of them socialize. There's people who are the best of friends for June and July and don't see each other again until next summer.
But that distinctive experience isn't reserved to just the fans. The players get that too when they put on a Krabs uniform.
College baseball is not as big as football or basketball, and so a lot of them play in front of very few fans. They're like girlfriends, parents, family that come to watch them play, and so they love coming here.
When you mix those one-of-a-kind player and fan experiences together, you get the longest-running summer collegiate baseball organization in the country. To sweeten the Krabs' 75th anniversary season, North State lawmakers Mike McGuire and Jim Wood honored the team with a co-signed legislative golden resolution. And although each season seems to come and go so quickly for players and fans, the Krabs Board of Directors never stop when it comes to making the next season better than the previous one.
The Krabs Board, we start meeting right after the season's over. We meet twice a month for the rest of the year. And, yeah, it's still going strong.
Pick things up midway through the first quarter with a play you don't see every day. Shane Purcell's going to drop back to throw, but his pass is going to get picked off. But Arcata would make a big play on the return, though. That's Gavin Turner getting a hand in there to strip the ball free, and Maximus Rice to swallow it up and make the recovery. Double turnover on one play. Arcata would be unable to score on the new set of downs. Fast forward to the first quarter now. Balboa with the ball, and the Tigers are going to force another turnover. This time, it's Stone Boyer with the strip, forcing the fumble, and he's going to complete the play by jumping all over it and getting the recovery on the resulting Arcata possession. This is early second quarter now, and the Tigers have 4th down and 5. It's score or turn it over, and they hand it off to Kian Mazzotti, who says, yeah, I got this. He finds his way into the end zone, and the Tigers take a 6-0 lead. And Arcata's going to understand that 2 is better than 1, so on the 2-point try, they do a direct snap to Mazzotti, and he punches it in. Tigers make it 8-0. Time winding down now in the second quarter, and it's good special teams play here from the Tigers. Balboa trying to punt it away, but the Tigers block that puppy, and the ball is going to bounce out of the back of the end zone, and you know what that means. That's right, it's a safety. Arcata takes a 10-0 lead, and the Tigers would win by that score. The Tigers improved to 2-2 on the year. They have now won 2 in a row. Not even 2 minutes into the match, and the Jacks are doing what they do best. That's creating offense. Here's Marcos Silveria. He shoots it into the box off the free kick, and it's Dalton Rice who's going to head it home. That's Rice's 3rd goal of the season. The Jacks grab the lead 1-0. Pioneers would respond, though, about 15 minutes later. East Bay has a corner kick, and that's Michael Francisco who finds the back of the net. And just like that, we're tied at 1. But the Jacks would respond off a corner set piece of their own. Here's Angel Rodriguez, who passes to Rudy McClellan, and he fires it right into Isaiah Dyro. The keeper saves his first attempt, but Dyro stays with the play and gets rewarded for it. He scores the goal to reclaim the lead for the Jacks. That's Dyro's 8th goal of the season. HSU would lead 2-1 at halftime and go on to win 4-2. Jacks improved to 6-5 overall and 2-4 in the conference.